is presented by Eagle Broadcasting Corporation and Globe My Business. Create your success.
Greetings from the Philippines to the world. We are on Facebook Live on Eagle News and also on our streaming site, eaglenewslive.com. Watch us on our YouTube channel at Eagle News. I'm Cesar Vallejos. Welcome to Open for Business. Join me discover the latest news and information in business around the world. Stay ahead of the curve from vision to action. The peso is 51.88 against the dollar, and at the closing of trade last Friday, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index closed at 7,898.19, up 57.33 points or 0.73%. According to the Department of Trade and Industry, manufacturing comprises more than half of the Philippines' industrial sector and accounts for almost a quarter of the country's gross domestic product. Manufacturing industries have higher employment and promotes firm productivity, technological development, and innovation. The growth of the manufacturing industry improves the upgrading and diversification in the agricultural sector, as well as drives demand for higher value-added services. The Philippines is accelerating the sector's competitiveness towards achievement of sustainable and inclusive development in the country. We have invited the CEO and founder of India Foods Corporation this afternoon, who will give us some trends and innovations in the manufacturing sector, Carlo Lopez, who will join us later after these headlines. Cheaper food to pull down inflation, according to PSA. McDonald's sees more stores added to next-gen category by end of 2019, and foreign investment pledges jump by 60.2%. And for the details, inflation could decelerate further in the coming months due largely to the expected drop in rice prices and base effects. The government and local economists On Thursday, PSA data showed that inflation slowed to a 35-month low of 1.7% in August. It is the slow. Ang said inflation could still go down to around 1% in the next 2 months. It can be noted that inflation peaked in September and October 2018 at 6.7%. This could usher in high base effects, and Ang said, however, that the Philippines is not in danger of experiencing deflation or negative inflation. He also said that low inflation will not have a negative impact on GDP. Ample domestic food supply conditions, along with lower global oil prices, have contributed to a manageable inflation environment. At the same time, deepening trade tensions between China and the United States, along with ongoing geopolitical risks, have raised global economic uncertainty, which poses a downside risk to the inflation outlook, the BSP said. Filipino quick service restaurant customers can expect more McDonald's concept stores featuring self-ordering kiosks and cashless transactions by the end of 2019, the American fast food chain giant's master franchise holder in the Philippines has said. At the moment, we probably have 100 next-gen stores already all over the Philippines, from La Union to Davao, so we will continue with the expansion of our next-gen outlets, McDonald's Philippines Managing Director Margot Torres said. According to her, exactly 101 of the company's 640 branches nationwide are now converted to the so-called next-gen stores. Our customers are really happy with the self-order kiosks because they have control on their orders, so they need not queue, the top executive said. Also included is the option to use cashless. These cashless payments are already available in 185 of their stores. McDonald's Philippines aims to turn this year around 10% of its store base into next-gen ones to better serve the customers with touchscreen kiosks and counters that accept credit cards. Moving forward, the goal is to have a total of over 700 stores across the country, of which 70% will be converted to next-gen by 2021. With the firm's partnership with the City of Manila, it will soon be employing at least 120 alternative workers, of whom 80 are senior citizens and 40 are persons with disabilities in at least 40 of its own stores in the country's capital. Foreign investment pledges approved by the country's investment promotion agencies expanded by 60.2% in the second quarter, according to data released by the Philippine Statistics Authority. Data show that these investments approved by 6 IPAs amounted to 49.6 billion in 2019. Higher than 30.9 billion recorded in the same period last year. The 6 IPAs were the Authority of the Freeport Area, Bataan, Board of Investments, Clark Development Corporation, Philippine Economic Authority, Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority, and the Cagayan Economic Zone Authority. This was 60.2% higher compared to the same period in the previous year. Data from the agency also showed that the total approved foreign investments for the first 6 months of the year reached 95.6 billion, more than double last year's 45.2 billion pesos. The top 3 prospective investing countries in the second quarter are Singapore, Japan, and the Netherlands. When Open for Business returns, we will have a conversation with Romeo Carlo Lopez, the CEO and founder of India Foods Corporation. Open for Business will be back. Stay with us.
Here at the Shoe Museum in Marikina in the Philippines, reminding you to watch Digital News every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. And I am 1 for 25.
Accurate and fair reporting. Not only from Batanes to Tawi-Tawi, but also abroad. Detailed and timely stories relevant to people all over the world. Catch all of these at Net25, your reliable source of news, entertainment, and technology updates.
Net25 is now available on OSN, the largest entertainment network in the Middle East and North Africa.
Watch your favorite Net25 shows on OSN Channel 725, same day as the Philippines.
Net25 shows live and on demand, anytime, anywhere, on any mobile device on OSN Play.
What's up, everybody? Just like snow in Las Vegas being a rare thing, so are opportunities in life. So whenever they come around, seize the moment. Tune into Digital Nest on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on Net25. I'm Ahmed Santos, your EBC correspondent, always 1 with 25. Peace!
Hello Digital Nesters, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to watch our future features.
Events happen around us all the time, in our community, in our country, around the world. events that affect people, move communities, or simply inspire us. Interesting events that people need to know. In these interesting times, we continue to be a competent partner in delivering news about these events. Fast, accurate, balanced, eagle news, because we live in interesting times.
We are open for business, and we are here with Romeo Carlo Lopez, CEO and founder of India Foods Corporation. Carlo, thank you very much for coming over.
Thank you as well. My pleasure is mine.
The interesting topic that we have now, I know that you are a very young entrepreneur at the age of 30, but now you're in the manufacturing business. So I'd like to ask, because we know, based on my initial report earlier, that there's a lot of, the contribution of the manufacturing sector to the GDP is very high, and it continues to grow. But we see a lot of competitors, Carlo. Daming competition, especially now that you have with, you are displaying here one of your product lines, which is iced tea. Well, my question now, my first question is, how were you able to, why did you engage in the manufacturing business?
Okay. I have a background in manufacturing. My family owns a plant in Pateros, which is where right now it doesn't operate. So I reached out to my friends, 3 friends who...
before that, Carlo, so sabi mo, it's not operating nung una because of... Ano dati? What was it before?
It's a food manufacturing also. But we stopped, my family stopped the operation. So right now, before we started Indio, ano siya, white elephant in the room siya. So there's no operation. So nakita ko yung opportunity. Sabi ko, sayang naman.
Pero but why did your family stop the operation?
They concentrated on other business na lang.
I see.
That's why they stopped the operation of the plant. So then, I realized, siguro mga 1 year siyang non-operational.
And how big is this?
It's a 5-story building.
Wow.
Yeah. Malaki siya for a manufacturing plant.
And then what specific equipment are there inside?
We have water bottling, pet bottling, mayonnaise line, frozen foods line, and carbonated drinks line.
Also, there's a lot. And then for a year, it has not been operating. And then, go ahead with your story.
So, yun. Nakita ko siya as a white elephant. Gusto ko siyang pagganahin. Gusto ko siyang start ulit to make it operational. So, I reached out to 3 of my friends from college, which they have their own specialization in their own, sa mga works nila. The one is a marketer and the one is a salesperson. So sabi ko, this is perfect for my group. I have a plant and I have a salesperson and a marketer.
Okay.
And then so
I think, Carlo, as we speak now, it is what you're also saying is that you need to have a very good composition of your team.
Yes, that's true.
As you said, you reached out to them, and then with these friends that you have, is it because you're also on the same interest or passion, or you really wanted to get the strengths of different members with different strengths?
So I reached out to them because first I know their strengths And I asked them first, guys, do you want to make, to enter food manufacturing? Then they said yes. Then we started thinking what products we should do first. So we tried samples of each lines, mayonnaise, drinks. Then we sampled the iced tea. They liked it. Then yun, sabi namin, why not start with iced tea? So the composition of the iced tea, at first, we tried several varieties and formulations. Maybe a dozen nga na-try namin. Every week, we meet up as a group. Sabi namin, tara, mag-testing tayo this week. Let's try 10 flavors. Then, we came into conclusion and we found the 3 best flavors for us, which is the chamomile, the mango, and the lemon.
Okay, in doing that, in the manufacturing business, it is, of course, important that you know who your market is, who's your target market. But in this case, you said, again, you tried many variants or many flavors, and then finally, you came up with the 3. What's your process there in the conceptualization? Is it did you employ a certain market research or manufacturing process, to be able to, get that kind of validation that okay, this is the 3 flavors that you will finally bring out in the market?
Okay, so at first we hired research R&D for our company. So at first nagtry kami ng mga handpicked flavors and ingredients for our iced tea. Then after namin mamili ng mga flavors, we ask samples from people, our friends also, to taste different iced tea flavors. Then we validate in that way we validated which yung gusto nila, tinanggal namin, and ano yung mga comments nila. We made a survey of each product and flavors para ma-validate namin ito yung gusto ng market, ito yung gusto ng target market natin, so ito dapat yung labas natin na flavors.
My question, Carlo, is that research or R&D development expensive, or is there a way now that as much as possible you can put your costs down in terms of, especially you're starting, you're still preparing for, before you launch it in the market. How expensive or how affordable is it?
R&D is more on the people you will hire, because you need to have a specialized person who will formulate your product. So the investment there is on the people. So you have to see yung saan siya nag-work before, saan yung mga specialty niya. So nung nag-hire kami ng tao, ito yung dati na siyang gumagawa ng mga food drinks.
I see.
So we asked her if you can formulate iced tea for us. So then at first, sige, bigyan mo muna kami ng sample ng iced tea mo. Then we nagustuhan namin, and then sabi namin, sige, gawa ka ng many flavors. And from that flavors, pipili kami. So yun, it's expensive because you have to hire that person full-time na. And sa mga...
As regular member of part of your team.
Yes, as part of our team. And it's kind of costly kasi yung mga samples, the ingredients, you have to buy it piece by piece, pack by pack. And buy not by bulk, diba? So it's more expensive. And having more than 50 varieties before, and that will cost you a lot of so sa startup pa lang, yung cost mo is gonna go up na because of the samples that you will make. Kasi not every samples you will like naman, diba?
Which exactly is my next question, Carlo. A lot of the young entrepreneurs now go into selected or special businesses that are not necessarily expensive or capital expensive. I know that with the manufacturing business, you need to have a building, you need to have a lot of equipment for you to prosper. Now, what are the why the choice of this manufacturer? I know, although you mentioned that you already have your family business going into that before, and you just continued it. But the question is, what are the challenges in the manufacturing industry that you have considered before you finally decided that you will push through with this business?
Okay. So yun, with my partners decided. Nakita namin yung plant, check muna nila, di ba? So nakita na, sobrang laki talaga. So yung capital expense pa lang namin is gonna be big na if we will push through with all the lines.
Okay.
So what we suggested is we focus on one line first, which is the bottling.
Okay.
In the iced tea. And then if it pans out, if it works, then we will open again the other line, the mayonnaise line. So we start by small bites muna kami.
Okay.
Para hindi rin kami mabigla. Because actually yung hirap na ng new entrant pa lang sa market is very hard na.
Exactly.
Parang sobrang hirap mag-introduce ng bagong produkto sa mga tao ngayon.
Which is, again, the question is, why iced tea? We see, like say, if I go to a supermarket or department store, I see a lot of brands, and these brands are the ones operated by, of course, the big conglomerates. And here you are, like competing, a David competing with Goliath in the market. So, what aside from being this business being capital intensive, what are the other challenges or realities that you have discovered and that you have prepared for? Because of course, I know that you have anticipated this already with your family being into it before you finally pursued it. What are the other challenges aside from it being capital intensive?
As a new product in the market, mahirap siyang introduce sa mga tao without making any noise in the merkado. So kailangan namin mag-marketing.
Okay, tama.
Lalo na yung sa mga ads, advertising. Pero before kasi it's so hard to enter, di ba? But ngayon kasi age of modern and technology, there's Facebook, there's Instagram. It's much cheaper and much easier to spread the news to your consumers. Unlike before, sobrang mahal maggawa ka ng TV ng commercial, di ba?
Okay.
So ngayon, we will focus on the social media rise right now. So other challenges is yung new player kami sa market, medyo limited yung know-how namin sa mga products, sa mga listing fees sa mga groceries. So what we do is I hired a consultant for our company to help us on how to make things work, how to reach out to supermarkets, to customers, and how to operate the plant para ma-maximize namin yung planta namin sa line ng iced tea.
Which is very critical, Carlo, because diba, from the conceptualization of the product to branding it and telling the market that is available to putting it in the stores. So, what is the most difficult part there? I know that they're all difficult. All aspects of all areas of the operations are difficult. But okay, can you, for our viewers who would also want to start in the manufacturing business, can you give us a run-through or a walk-through of the manufacturing process? Kunyari, sabi mo, from the very beginning that you tested or you created a flavor down to going to having it in the various stores in the supermarkets?
So yung process niyan is at first, you have to know what you want.
Okay.
Ano yung gusto nyong i-build na product. Then, second is to hire the right people.
Okay.
Kasi yung name ng Indio is conceptualized. We hired a marketing and advertising company to make the brand name for us of the iced tea. The second one, the third one is find the right suppliers, find the right partners. Kasi kayo magtutulungan. And then, if may sarili kayong plant or if you don't have a plant, probably dapat maghanap kayo ng manufacturer that will do the product for you at the least at more affordable price.
But in your case, medyo nakasave ka na kasi meron ng may existing...
In my case...
you have already an existing plant and
Yes.
a building. Okay.
In my case, yes. Medyo, if you think of it, parang nakasave ako. Pero hindi rin siya kasi makasave. Ako, para sa akin personally, hindi mo siya masasave because I'm running the whole plant eh.
Okay.
There are certain lines that doesn't work. Kasi yung electricity niyan is one lang. So, the electricity cost for running one line is more expensive than not running all the lines. So, yun, if you can toll manufacture to other companies, it's probably, if you want to start your own brand, maybe you find the toll manufacturer first to manufacture your product, then kapag kaya mo nang gumawa ng sariling plant, then dun ka gumastos.
So when you say toll manufacturing plant, it's like outsourcing.
Yes.
You get someone, like say for example, you want to create your own brand of sardines. You get someone who manufactures.
Yes. Then
that.
actually, our business is like that before.
I see.
Our plant is a toll manufacturer.
Okay.
Of different big brands then.
I see.
So, yun. That's my one, if you can find the toll manufacturer, it's better. Because wala kang plantang iniintindi. Yung focus on your product lang.
That's right.
And you don't focus on the employees, yung salaries nila, you focus on the product. So, yung ibang investments mo can be used in marketing. Mas makaka-focus ka, maka-advertise, marketing. So, yun yung one tip para sa mga gustong gumawa ng sarili nilang product.
Now, off-cam, kanina we were talking about the challenge of putting the product in the various stores, because of course you have to compete on the store shelf.
Yes.
How is that managed?
Right now, we don't focus on supermarkets.
Okay.
We focus on hotel, restaurants, and cafes.
Okay.
Like I said, ayaw muna namin pumasok sa mga supermarkets because of the listing fees.
Okay.
And gusto muna namin makita yung acceptance ng tao before we enter the supermarket. So, pagpasok pa lang sa mga hotel restaurants is mahirap na eh. You have to convince them why should they buy the product, and paano ka naiba sa iced tea na meron na ngayon. So we try to convince them that our product is like Indio. Our branding is Indio. It's made from Filipino. Indio is Filipino. That's the name of the brand. So we tell them that Indio is the new upcoming iced tea. And our iced tea is made from quality materials and bottling on the same day. Brew and bottled on the same day.
Okay. We'll talk more about Indio, the Filipino brand, and how technology is being used by Indio Foods Corporation when Open for Business returns. Still with me is Carlo of Indio Foods Corporation. Open for Business will be back. Stay with us.
Open for Business is presented by Globe My Business. Create your success.
Net25 is now available on OSN, the largest entertainment network in the Middle East and North Africa. Watch your favorite Net25 shows on OSN, channel 725, same day as the Philippines. Net25 shows live and on demand anytime, anywhere, or any mobile device on OSN Play.
Tips time! Some children may have difficulties learning how to write. Some parents may also have trouble teaching kids. Here are a few tips for parents to help small kids write and enjoy doing this activity. Strengthen the hand muscles by playing with clay. Allow kids to draw using pencils and crayons. Encourage kids to use 3 fingers when holding the pencil. Remind them to sit up straight every time they do writing tasks. Praise kids when they finish writing.
I am here at Gastown, which is a National Historic Site in Vancouver, British Columbia. Located in Vancouver's oldest neighborhood is the steam-powered clock, which is Gastown's most famous landmark. Make sure to tune in to Digital Nest every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I am Lou Aquino, EBC correspondent, and I am 1 with 25.
Hi! I am Teacher Sally and this is Kid Kwento, one of Net25 Kids' online shows. Kid Kwento is now on TV. You can watch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Also watch Anong Sa Inyo with Ate DJ every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Sa Kid Kwento, ang aming Let's All Read to Succeed! Hooray! Kita-kita tayo ha! Bye-bye!
Net25 is now available on OSN, the largest entertainment network in the Middle East and North Africa. Watch your favorite Net25 shows on OSN channel 725, same day as the Philippines. Net25 shows live and on demand anytime, anywhere, on any mobile device on OSN Play.
Why sharing our feelings is a good thing. The way a person feels inside is important. We can have good feelings or sometimes bad ones. It's a good thing to learn how to share our feelings, especially when we have a problem, so adults can help. Sharing our feelings through positive words will also help us avoid doing rude things to others. Sharing our feelings will also help us feel better inside, because when bad feelings are locked inside, they can make us feel sick. Lastly, if we have trouble saying our feelings out loud, we can write them down. What's important is to find someone who can help and understand.
ASEAN in Focus, Monday to Friday, 2 to 2:30 p.m.
We are open for business, and still with me is Romeo Carlo Lopez, CEO and founder of Imbio Foods Corporation. Carlo, we were talking about how you use technology in your marketing and making sure that India Foods Corporation, all its products, like say now, the iced tea would be known to the public?
Yes. So our focus in technology, so ngayon kasi yung technology is accessible to everyone. Lalo na yung social media. So sobrang taas na ng power to convince people. So as a company, as a startup, we want to focus our resources on this channels like Facebook and Instagram. Kasi ngayon sa Facebook, they have a system which you can target the demographics that you want to see your products.
That's right. So you can practically choose who they are.
Yes. So it's not,
and even location.
Yes, true. So yung money mo will not be wasted on people who are not interested in your product. So we make sure that when we our social media campaign, we target the people that we want to see our products, who are interested in iced tea, in new products, in Filipino products, and startups.
How is what's the role of Globe My Business in your operations?
We use Globe My Business Plan and Globe My Business Prepaid Kit in our office to stay connected with our social media campaigns and to get in touch with our consumers, trade partners, and employees with our day-to-day operations. And only Globe My Business Plan and Globe My Business Prepaid Kit gives me the best connection and solutions to our day-to-day tasks.
So in short, it's really providing you that connectivity.
Yes.
So what specific products are you using? Their internet,
we're
their
using
mobile
the
phones?
Globe My Business Prepaid Kit and Globe My Business Plan.
I see. And what specific in your operations, how do you use them?
In my operations in the office, we have to use this to communicate to our employees for our emails and mga process flow namin sa company. And for our customers, we want to stay in touch with them. We want to see if our campaign reaches them. So Globe plays an important part, my Globe business partner plays an important part in our day-to-day task.
What's also very interesting in what you mentioned is that with technology now, you can practically use that to lessen or lower your marketing efforts.
Yes, true.
So in your case, talaga bang wala nang you didn't have that major launch of that product, or were there also on ground events that you did, or the first thing that you did was to create a Facebook page, and launch it right there?
At first, actually, we don't have a grand launching yet of our product because we're starting to distribute it first. We wanted na before kami marketing and advertising, our product is readily available to all channels. Kasi sayang yung effort and money if mag all out kami ngayon sa marketing and advertising and then wala naman mabibili yung mga customers namin sa kaya punta sila sa restaurant na to. Tatanong nila, may Indio ba dyan? Kung wala din, parang sayang yung effort namin. So right now we focus on our distribution. Then after we distributed, na-feel namin na tama na yung distribution namin, then doon kami magbubuhos ng marketing and advertising. And then doon kami mag-grand launch ng product na Indio.
Interesting. So, lumalabas ngayon, you're still in your soft launch phase.
Yes. Right now, we only have Facebook and Instagram. We have updates there on our new partners sa kung saan nila pwedeng mabili yung mga products namin ngayon. So, after that, our next plan is our grand launch and mga social media campaigns.
Assuming, Carlo, if there are other people, distributors also, or consumers who want to take Indio, or they want to be a distributor, or they want to avail of this service, how can they reach you?
We have our Facebook page. You can also buy our Indio iced tea online through Lazada. And you can also buy our product. You can message us in our Facebook page if you want to buy our products or be a distributor. We are open to that also.
I see. So you mentioned again about Lazada. So in short, that's one of the e-commerce opportunities that can be done with technology. Are you heavy on that? Is that the way, the strategy that you are doing now?
Right now, Lazada is dun yung mabenta namin na channel, Lazada, because we want to bank on e-commerce nga. Because age of technology ngayon, so people who are ayaw nang pumunta sa restaurants, ayaw pumunta sa supermarket, pumunta na lang, titignan na lang nila yung cellphone nila, and yun, kiklik na lang yung item, and then we ship it to them. So, Lazada plays a big part, e-commerce plays a big part in our distribution right now. Pero mas gusto namin, mas ang focus namin is to be widely distributed to supermarkets, restaurant, and other channels.
Okay, that's well said. And Carlo, there's a lot of entrepreneurs and startups who also want to get your tips, especially to the young ones. As young as you are, at 30 years old, you already have a manufacturing business. What are your tips to startups and very young entrepreneurs who are watching us now?
Keep learning. So, wag tayong maging lax. So, every day we should learn something new. Then, be humble and kind. Because, di natin alam yung next person na mamimit natin is, yun na yung magiging mentor natin in our life. And ito yung isang tip ko. What's money? Paper only. I think, diba, parang literal mayabang, arrogant but it's not. For me kasi, it means there's more to money. Like, relationship is more important than money. That's why I say, what's money? Paper only, diba? Parang, hindi mahalaga yung pera kung mag-aaway lang tayo. So, it's more, there's more to it than the meaning itself. Parang,
so, you have to nurture relationships.
Yes, that's true. And keep networking. Because meeting people is so important because di mo alam, minsan kakailanganin mo pala sila. And other way goes around. Baka minsan may kailangan pala sila yun, or pwede kayo mag-business, or may matutunan kayo sa isa't isa.
That is well said. That's the CEO and founder of Indio Foods Corporation, Romeo Carlo Lopez. Open for Business will return. Stay with us. Thank you very much, Carlo, for coming over to the show.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Accurate and fair reporting. Not only from Batanes to Tawi-Tawi, but also abroad. Detailed and timely stories relevant to people all over the world. Catch all of these at Net25, your reliable source of news, entertainment, and technology updates.
In our term of the week, you take a refresher of business terms to make you updated, more informed, and ready to make smarter business decisions. Our term of the week is manufacturing. It is the processing of raw materials into finished goods through the use of tools and processes. Manufacturing is a value-adding process allowing businesses to sell finished products at a premium over the value of the raw materials used. And our words of the week is from Henry Ford. He said, "If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you've always got." For Open for Business, this is Cesar Vallejos. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Open for Business was presented by Eagle Broadcasting Corporation.
Magandang hapon, nandito tayo ngayon sa loob ng Philippine Arena kung saan ay inaantabayanan ang opisyal na pag-aanunsyo kaugnay ng official attempt na isinagawa ng Iglesia ni Cristo para sa most number of baptized o baptism na isinagawa kaninang umaga. At ito nga ay sa pangunguna ng mga adjudicator ng Guinness Book of World Records. Ang Guinness ay sinuportahan ng auditing firm na Deloitte at sinuring mabuti ang mga wristband na isinuot kanina sa mga kandidato sa mga binautismohan at ito naman yung kanilang isa-isang ibinilang. So sa ngayon sa ating likuran ay makikita natin ang mga kinatawan ng Iglesia ni Cristo at yun ay yung kanilang mga tagapangasiwa mula sa bawat distrito dahil ang mga binautismohan kaninang umaga ay mula sa 36 na distrito dito sa bahagi pa lamang ng Luzon. Bagamat meron ding separate baptism rites na isinagawa sa iba't ibang distrito ng Iglesia ni Cristo sa Pilipinas at sa labas ng bansa. So bukod doon sa isinagawang pagbibilang at sabi nga ay evaluation na isinagawa ng Guinness, ito na nga yung hinihintay na formal announcement kung nakuha ba ng Iglesia ni Cristo ang record dahil bago na i-retire ng Guinness itong record para sa kategoryang ito ay hawak ng bansang Mexico na meron lamang 200 number of baptized. So kabilang doon sa mga nabautismohan ay mula sa kinatawan mula sa mga bansa ng Estados Unidos, Japan, Canada, India, Africa, Colombia, Russia at Australia. Sa ngayon kasama sa entablado dito sa Philippine Arena ang kapatid na Licerio Santos Jr. at ngayon ay pakinggan natin ang programa sa loob o dito sa entablado ng Philippine Arena. Yan ang kanilang pagbate sa kapatid na Eduardo V. Manalo, ang tagapamahalang pangkalahatan ng Iglesia ni Cristo dahil sa nataon din na ang pagtitipon ngayong araw na ito ay kasabayan ng paggunita sa ika-10 taon ng pamamahala, matagumpay na pamamahala ng kapatid na Eduardo V. Manalo sa kabuuan ng Iglesia ni Cristo at batay nga doon sa mga nakita na mga tagumpay ng Iglesia ni Cristo mula sa 10 taon ay hindi maikakaila ng mga kaanib sa Iglesia ni Cristo ang kanilang pagpapasalamat sa Panginoong Diyos dahil sa kanilang matagumpay na pamamahala sa iglesia. So, ang mga adjudicators from the Guinness Book of World Records ay kinabibilangan ng 2 kinatawan mula sa Great Britain, isa sa Sweden at isa mula sa Australia. At yan ay sina Joan Marie Brent at Pravin Patel mula nga sa Great Britain, si Sylvege Mberry Malouf ng Australia at si Sophia Eleonora Greenacre mula naman sa Sweden. So sa ngayon ay inaantabayanan ang formal announcement na gagawin kung ilan ang mga kabuang bilang ng nabautismuhan kaninang umaga, dahil sa ngayon kasi ay hindi pa totally masabi kung ilan yung naging bilang, bagamat naging saksi naman ang marami doon sa libo-libong bilang ng mga naging kandidato para sa bautismo at naging ganap na kaanib sa ngayan dito sa Ciudad de Victoria. Batay doon sa mga naging proseso kanina, ang lahat ng mga binautismuhan ay nahati sa 36 na pools at ito ay merong sukat na 35 by 35 diameter at ito ay isa din doon sa mga sinuri ng mga kinatawan ng Guinness. Nagkaroon ng pagbabago doon sa sistema dahil sa orihinal na plano pagkaahon mula doon sa bautisteryo ay ihuhulog na sana yung wristband, pero nagbago ng proseso, kaya pagbalik nila dito sa loob ng Philippine Arena, doon pa lamang nagkaroon ng submission o paghuhulog ng mga wristband doon sa mga designated boxes para dito. So sa ngayon ay nasa harap na ng entablado ang programa at
official world record attempt ng Iglesia ni Cristo for most people baptized. And here to announce the official result of the official world record attempt for the most people baptized are the Guinness adjudicators from London, Miss Sophia, Mr. Patel, Miss Solveig, and Miss Joanne. Let's give them a warm welcome. Also, I would like to invite on stage the representative from our third-party auditor, Deloitte, Mr. Jet Pampolina. For the announcement, mga kapatid, hihiling lang po ako, tumayo po tayo para marinig nating mabuti.